Special thanks to Patreon supporter DerekFrostWestbrook for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared204 here bringing you another Minecraft Cold War vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the MiG-23. The MiG-23, native reporting name Flogger, is a variable geometry fighter aircraft designed by Mikhail Gurevich, design bureau in the Soviet Union. It is a third-generation jet fighter, the world's most produced variable geometry aircraft, along with similar Soviet fighters such as the Su-15 Flagger. It was the first Soviet fighter to field a lockdown/shoot-down radar and one of the first to be armed with beyond visual range missiles. Production started in 1969 and reached large numbers with over 5,000 aircraft built. Today the MiG-23 remains in limited service with some export customers. The basic design was also used as the basis of the MiG-27, a dedicated ground attack aircraft. Among many minor changes, the MiG-27 replaced the MiG-23's nose-mounted radar system with an optical panel holding a laser designator and a TV camera. So yeah, really cool aircraft we have here, and again continuing down our line of MiG builds that we've been doing. We've done the 21, the 23, 15, and 9, so just another extension onto the family of MiGs. So really cool fighter, came out pretty awesome. It's been a while since we've done a variable wing designed fighter as well, so cool to have another one back on the channel. And all that fun stuff. So yeah, going ahead and just kind of take a look at the build and everything like that before we get into it. This is a Patreon request, so I want to give a special thanks to Patreon supporter DerekFrostWestbrook, who is the new Patreon supporter, for you know, donating and all that fun stuff. So big thanks to him, and hopefully he enjoys the build, which I know that he has already stated that he does. So good stuff there. Enjoy the build, and thank you for supporting the channel. Anyways, going ahead and taking a look at the build. It's pretty cool. It's got a nice little camouflage on it, which is pretty cool. But it's also, you know, a really nice looking aircraft. So starting off with, we have obviously the front nose here, all the different little instruments and stuff like that kind of around it here and there. Looks pretty good. We have the cockpit location right there, the number on the side of the basically side of the fuselage here, so you can have the different numbers for, you know, different units and stuff like that. If you have a bunch of these in one area flying around, obviously you can do some pretty cool stuff with that. We have the intakes here for the single jet engine, and we have mounted missiles on the sides here. So these are the long range lock-on missiles that this thing was equipped with. And it's got most of the loadouts seem to have a very long missile type, which could be those long range missiles. And then they had usually about 4 smaller missiles that were mounted kind of on the bottom here of the fuselage. It also appeared that they had racks up here for missiles to also be positioned on top of the fuselage here. However, I wasn't able to find any pictures of what the missiles they would actually use going up on top there, so I'm not exactly sure. But they are there, so if you want to, you could add missiles to it yourself. As you can see, this in-flight version we have up here has the wings kind of swept back, so in the kind of like faster you know, type design. And then obviously we have the vertical stabilizer here and the horizontal stabilizers like that back here on the empennage. So pretty cool stuff there. Looks good. And we also have obviously the landing and also the extended wing version, which will be basically going over in the tutorial as well. So pretty cool stuff overall. Obviously you have a couple of different options for building this. You can have this thing flying with the wings extended out. You can have the wings swept back. You can have it landed in flight. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it, so a lot of variables and all that stuff. So hopefully you do enjoy and are able to put this aircraft to good use. Pretty beautiful aircraft. But anyways, without further ado, let's go and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. I'll get back to you in a second on what layer it is, but we'll be beginning with our first layer now. Alright guys, so go ahead and move into our first layer. We'll be going ahead and beginning with layer 4. Now the reason why we're beginning with this layer is it's a little bit easier for us to go ahead and kind of get a basis established for the aircraft and then move down and kind of add on the drop tank on the bottom, and as well as the missiles and the bottom of the fuselage. Makes stuff a little bit easier for us later on, so that's why we're doing that. If you are wanting to build this aircraft landed, just note that from the start of this layer here, you're going to want to make sure that you have at least 3 blocks, actually you're going to need 3 blocks of space in between this layer here and the ground. So you can see here this magenta wool here representing the space you need between the ground, and the black wool here representing the ground level. Then this is very important to make sure you have correct, because if you have it 1 block off, obviously your aircraft will be too high or too low. So very important that you make sure that's correct if you are building the land version. If you guys are completely new to my aircraft tutorials, the way I like to structure these tutorials, I do half on camera, half off. As you can see, I already have half of these, this layer here built already, and I'll be showing you guys how to go ahead and go forth with building the whole right side of the aircraft. Between layers, you're going to take what we did on the right side and flip it over the other side. This aircraft is pretty much completely symmetrical besides one little tiny part up in the front of the nose, which I'll tell you guys about when we get to. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into it by beginning with building our center line of the aircraft. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go toward the front here nose. We're going to place down 2 polished andesite blocks, followed by a stone brick upside down stair, stone brick top slab, and then 3 end rods coming off that stone brick top slab. From that point there, going back from the polished andesite, we're going to place down 2 green concrete blocks. Back from those 2 green concrete blocks, we're going to go ahead and place down a long row of quartz full blocks, which is going to be in total a row of 24. With that done, we're going to place down 2 polished andesite blocks, another brick full block, and then another brick top slab like that coming off the very end. Going ahead and move into our row out to the side. This is where we're going to start to get into the point where we're going to be building whatever we do on the right side here over to the other side. So basically reflecting what we do on the right side over to the left side across this center line that we just built. With that done, going back up to the front, we're going to place down a stone brick top slab coming off this polished andesite block, followed by a cobblestone wall back, and then 1 and 2 mossy cobblestone walls. We then want to take our green concrete, place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just 7 green concrete blocks back. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 quartz full blocks back. We then want to take our green concrete, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green concrete blocks back. We're then going to place down a quartz upside down stair like this, followed by another upside down stair of quartz coming off of it. So you're going to create a corner stair and then a regular stair like this. We then want to place down a row of 1 and 2 stone brick upside down stairs, and then another brick upside down corner stair here on the end of these stone brick stairs like so. With that done, going ahead and moving out to our sides again, we want to go ahead and go to this first quartz block here coming off the side. We're going to place down a black concrete block in its place. When that's done there, going ahead and go into the green concrete block toward the front of the aircraft. We're going to place down an end rod to the side, and we then want to place down a wooden trapdoor coming off this end rod, just like that, opened up like so. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and place down another wooden trapdoor right next to it, so just like this, and then we're going to place down a wooden trapdoor on this green concrete block on the side of it closed like so. So you get something that looks like this here for the front. And one last thing, we're going to grab a iron trapdoor and place down an iron trapdoor between the green concrete block and this wooden trapdoor like that for the intakes here on the sides. When that's done there, going back from this black concrete block, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 green concrete blocks back. We then want to take our mossy cobblestone walls, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 mossy cobblestone walls back like that. With that all done, we're going to go ahead and move into our missile here that's mounted on the wings. So for this missile here, we're going to go to this first mossy cobblestone wall. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor to the side, followed by 1 and 2 back. And just a quick note that these iron trapdoors are on the top portion of these mossy cobblestone walls and not on the bottom like that. So make sure that is correct there on the sides. When that's done there, we're going to take our quartz blocks and we're going to place down a quartz full block coming off this iron trapdoor toward the rear of the aircraft, followed by 1 more forward. And then we want to place down a quartz upside down stair coming off this block like that toward the front there like so. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 quartz top slabs forward, a quartz upside down stair, and another quartz top slab like that going toward the front. And on the very tip here of the missile itself, we're going to place down a skeleton skull like that. We then want to grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence gate, and we're going to go ahead and go to both sides of this quartz stair, and we're going to be placing down a dark oak wood fence gate on both sides of it. So like this to both sides. And you get something that looks like this. Now with this point here, we're going to go and take our dark oak fence gates and open them toward the rear of the aircraft. So make sure that they're not opened up toward the front there. You can see the difference here. You want them like this, opened up toward the rear like that. We then want to take wooden signs and coming off the sides here of these dark oak fence gates, we're going to be placing down wooden signs like that on the sides there. We also want to go ahead and go to the quartz upside down stair and 2 quartz full blocks here. We're going to place down iron trapdoors on the sides there like we did right in the beginning there. We then want to place down a quartz top slab back, followed by a quartz upside down stair facing this direction, and on both sides of the stair itself we're going to be placing down a skeleton skull like so. And we also want to place down a stone button coming off the back of this quartz stair just like that. After that's all done, that's going to wrap up layer number 4 of the aircraft. As you can see from looking at it from above, you should have something that looks just like this. Feel free to pause the video if you're confused at any parts, but you want something like this, you're going to take what we did over here on the right side and flip it over to the left side, and you'll have this complete and ready to go when we go and start our layers 1 and 3. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to our next set of layers 1 through 3. Alright guys, so moving on to our next layer, we're actually going to be going ahead and doing layer 3 only. I kind of realized after looking at that, there is quite a bit to do for layer 3, so it'd be a little bit easier for us to focus on that and then move into layers 1 and 2, which will make things a little bit easier and all that stuff for us. Anyways, for us to go ahead and get started here, we'll be going ahead and going to the bottom of the aircraft and be pretty much working solely on the bottom of the aircraft in this portion. To go ahead and get started with, we're going to go ahead and go to the nose of the aircraft and go to the polished andesite block, so this second one right here from the front. We're going to go ahead and place down an iron trap door on the bottom of it, followed by a second one back. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 quartz top slabs, followed by a dark oak wood fence gate opened up toward the rear of the aircraft. Coming off this dark oak wood fence gate, we're going to place down a quartz full block, cobblestone wall, a black concrete block, quartz upside down stair, quartz top slab, and then a row of 5 of cobblestone walls. We then want to place down a row of 3 of quartz top slabs, dark oak wood upside down stair, 2 green concrete blocks behind the stair, 2 stone slabs like this, a stone brick top slab, followed by a wooden sign on both sides of the top slab, and then a dark oak wood top slab right here on the very end there, just like that, to go ahead and round off the center line here of the aircraft like that. So just like this for your center line going down the row like that. With that done, we're going to then work our way out to the sides here. So starting at this green concrete block, we're going to place down a iron trap door, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 iron trap doors back from it. We then want to take our quartz slabs. We're going to place down a row of 1 and 2 quartz top slabs, followed by quartz upside down or 2 quartz upside down stairs, just like that. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or sorry, my bad, a little bit too far, but we're going to place down a row of 4 of quartz top slabs on the bottom here, and then we're going to go and switch to iron trap doors and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 iron trap doors going back like that. Now with that all done, we're going to go ahead and work our way out to our sides now and start to kind of get into our hard points, which are located on the side of the aircraft. Also, we're going to be going ahead and going to the intakes here and on the bottom of this iron trap door, and coming off this end rod, we're going to place down 2 iron trap doors like that on the bottom there. Now with that all complete, going ahead and getting into our missiles. So for our missiles here, we're going to go and go to this green concrete block. We're going to place down a cobblestone wall, followed by a second one back, and then a quartz upside down stair, just like that on the end there. Now from this point here, we're going to be building our missiles out to the sides here. So we're going to go and start by placing down a brick top slab, coming off this first cobblestone wall here, followed by a quartz upside down stair going toward the front. Coming off this quartz upside down stair, we're going to place down a skeleton skull coming off the front and to both sides of the quartz stair like so. With that done, going back from this brick slab there, we're going to place down 2 quartz top slabs, followed by a quartz upside down stair, like that, coming off those 2 quartz top slabs. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence gate. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate opened up toward the stair here on both sides. So just like this. And then we can also go ahead and grab ourselves a stone button, place down a stone button, coming off the back of the stair like so, and then a wooden sign here to both sides just like that. After that's all done, that's going to pretty much do it for the missile there. You're going to have the same missile on the other side there. And one last thing for us to do is just to add on a iron trap door here to the bottom of this second quartz block on the missiles here that we built in the previous layer that are going to be mounted onto the wings. With that all complete though, that is going to wrap up layer number 3. Make sure you take the same thing that we did over here on the left side, copy it over to the right side, and your bottom of your aircraft will look something just like this with both layers complete. With that all done, you're ready to go ahead and move on to our next layer, which is going to be layers 1 through 2. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to our next 2 layers. Alright guys, so going ahead and move into our next set of layers. We have layers 1 through 2. For these layers, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to be going ahead and building the drop tank here on the bottom, and we're going to start with that. So we have these 5 cobblestone walls here that we placed down in the previous layer. We're going to go ahead and be placing down a row of 5 of green concrete underneath those 5 cobblestone walls. Coming off the row of 5 of green concrete going toward the front, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab. And coming off of it toward the back, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair with a sign on both sides, and then a dark oak wood slab coming off that stair like that. On the bottom of this, we're going to place down a row of 5 of quartz top slabs on the bottom of these 5 green concrete blocks, and then we're going to place down 2 iron trap doors, one on top of the dark oak wood slab, or on the bottom of the dark oak wood slab, and one on the bottom of this dark oak wood stair. And then up here in the front, just one underneath this dark oak with top slab. Going out to the sides, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a green, or just a zombie head. We're going to place down a zombie head on the side here, followed by 1, 2, and 3. Cobblestone walls back, or mossy cobblestone walls, and then another green zombie head just like that. So on both sides there to go ahead and kind of beef up the look there of the drop tank. With that done, on the back here, we're going to go ahead and go to this first green concrete block for this little fin that pops down. We're going to place down a dark oak wood slab and then a iron trapdoor directly behind it like so. With that done, we're going to go ahead and go to our missiles here, and we're going to be going ahead and building another missile. So pretty much the exact missile that we built in the previous layer, just kind of mounted a little bit more down in toward the middle. We're going to place down a brick top slab that is going to go on the bottom of this first cobblestone wall here, followed by a quartz upside down stair toward the front, skeleton skulls on both sides, and also the front of the stair like that. When that's done there, going ahead and working back from this, we're going to place down a row of 2 of quartz top slabs back, and then a quartz upside down stair. So again, just like we did before, like that, working its way back. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence gate, and we're going to be placing down a dark oak wood fence gate only to the right of this stair, just because with the zombie head here, we can't place down a dark oak fence gate in that spot, so we're just going to place it down to the right side here, and then having a sign on the side of it, just like we did before. And we're also going to take a stone button, place down a stone button here on the back there of that quartz block. And with that all complete, that'll be that missile there. You're going to take the same design, flip it over to the air side, so the air side of the drop tank, and the other missile over here to this side. And once you have that done, that's going to complete layers 1 and 2. As you can see, you have the base of the aircraft really starting to come together a lot, and that'll pretty much wrap that up. Anyways, with that, let's go and move into our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and start off with placing down a iron trapdoor here on top of this stone brick upside down stair. Going back from the iron trapdoor to place down a stone brick slab, followed by a stone brick stair, and going back from the stone brick stair itself, we're going to place down 3 green concrete blocks. With that done, we're going to then place down, now this part right here is kind of optional. If you want to, you can leave a space of 3 here of just an empty space here for having a cockpit if you want, or you can just go ahead and fill it in with some black concrete or whatever to kind of, fill in the space and kind of close off the cockpit from the outside. But kind of up to you guys, let you obviously pick and choose what you want to do there, but there is room for having an interior if you do choose to build it. Anyway, after this block of 3 of space, or black concrete, whatever you decide to do here, we're going to go ahead and then place down a long row of green concrete that in total is going to be 20 blocks long, and going to take you all the way back here to this last quartz full block here. So after that row of 20 of green concrete, we're going to place down a glowstone block, and then a orange stained glass block here to wrap that up, going toward the back. With that all done, we're going to go ahead and go back up to the front here. We're going to place down a skeleton skull at an angle here on these 2 stone brick top slabs like so. And you want it at a slight angle, so like this, so about 30-degree angle there. We're then going to place down a skeleton skull back like this, and then we want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of mossy cobblestone walls back like so. We're then going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 green concrete blocks back like this. We're then going to place down a quartz full block, a polished andesite block, another brick full block, and then a cobblestone wall like that on the end there to wrap that up. With that done, moving back up to the front here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a wooden trapdoor, place it down on the side here of this green concrete block right above this one, and we then want to place down a wooden trapdoor coming off of this green concrete block right here, and then coming off of that trapdoor there, we're going to place down another wooden trapdoor and have it closed like that. Going ahead and continuing on, we're going to place down a end rod like this going back, and then a wooden trapdoor opened up like so to create the sides here of the side intakes. Going ahead and continuing on, we're going to place down a black concrete block, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green concrete blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 mossy cobblestone walls back like so. From this point here, we're going to take our iron trapdoors. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor on the side of this green concrete block, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 back. So you have a row of 5 here. Or sorry, my bad, a row of 6. We're then going to go ahead and start from the back here, place down a row of 5 forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's going to be 1 short from the front row like that. We then want to go ahead and go off the center of these 3 iron trapdoors, place down 3 iron trapdoors to the side. We're then going to place down a row of 1 and 2, and then 1 out just like this. So you should have something that looks just like this for your rear horizontal stabilizers. and or I believe these are actually stabilators, but you're gonna have this on both sides like so. When that's all done, we're gonna go ahead and go back up to this section up here. We're gonna go ahead and go to the side of this black concrete block and place down a green banner like so. We then want to grab ourselves iron trapdoors, and going back to our third green concrete block from this black concrete block, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor like this, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 iron trapdoors back just like that. From this point here, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor on top of this quartz upside down stair, followed by one sign coming off the side of the iron trapdoor toward the rear. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a quartz slab. We're going to place down a quartz slab on top of this second quartz top slab from the front here. And we then want to place down a quartz stair that is going to come off of it like so. So just like this, and then we're going to place down a row 2 of quartz slabs back, followed by another quartz stair and a stair right behind it like so. After that's all complete, we're going to go ahead and then place down a skeleton skull on top of the bottom of this upside down quartz stair, just like that. Now you may notice here that we do not have the main wings basically started or anything. I felt it would be easier for us to go ahead and cover them at the end of the tutorial. So basically I'm going to build basically the base of where the wings will basically be built into, and then I'll show you the two different versions. So if you want to build the wings extended or kind of swept back, you'll have the ability to do both for whatever version of the aircraft you want to build. Also, one thing you can also do is go ahead and add the numbering on the side of the aircraft. Now I'll be linking tutorials down in the description where you can go ahead and find tutorials for how to do letters and numbers and all that stuff for banners. But basically the best markings I found for the Soviet jets that is pretty accurate is doing red letter or numbers on a green banner. And that's going to look the best here for this aircraft. So you can go ahead and choose whatever numbers you guys want. You can do 38 or you can do whatever number you really want. And if you have a lot of these in a squadron, you can obviously number them off and have different unit numbers and all that cool stuff. Anyways, that's going to do it for layer number 5. Let's move on to layer number 6. Alright guys, going ahead and move it into our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to go ahead and start with here, we'll be placing down a wooden trapdoor here that's going to go ahead and go on top of this second green concrete block here from the front. We're going to follow it up by placing down a nether brick slab back, followed by a row of 3 of light gray stained glass full blocks. We then want to place down a long row of what is going to be 20 green concrete blocks back, followed by 2 polished andesite blocks on the end of that row of 20, another brick block, and then another brick slab coming off that nether brick full block. With that done, going back up to the front and working our ways out to the sides, we're going to go and place down a wither skeleton skull at a slight 30-degree angle here on both sides like this. Going back from that, we're going to take our light gray stained glass panes, place down 1, 2, and 3 light gray stained glass panes back, followed by 1, 2, and 3 mossy cobblestone walls. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green concrete blocks back, and actually it's going to go and continue on by placing down 12, 13, and 14. So in total you should have a row of 14 green concrete here, just like this along the sides. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood stairs, followed by a row of 1 and 2 stone brick stairs, and then a nether brick corner stair like this, coming off this stone brick stair. With that done, going back up to the front section here, we're going to go and place down a wooden trapdoor on top of this one right here. Going back from that, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab, followed by a second slab after that. And we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood stair and place down a dark oak wood stair like that. When that's done there, we're going to go and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 green concrete blocks back. We're then going to place down a row of 1 and 2 mossy cobblestone walls like that to wrap that up on the side there. Going ahead and continuing on, we're going to go to our second green concrete block here from the front. On top of this iron trapdoor to place down a dark oak wood slab, dark oak wood stair back, 1, 2, 3, and 4 green concrete blocks back like that. After that's done, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab on the side of this green concrete block, dark oak wood stair, and then a green concrete block back like that. With that all finished, that'll do it there for the kind of middle portion of the fuselage, and coming back here to our stabilators, we'll go ahead and continue to work on these. To go ahead and begin with, we're going to go and basically to the iron trapdoors here, and we're going to basically place down dark oak wood slabs on top of all of the iron trapdoors. So you just get something that looks like that on top of them, like so. We then want to go ahead and add on a few things by going to this section here and basically adding on to it. So for this, we're going to be going and placing down zombie heads on top of those 2 green concrete blocks like this. And we also want to go and place down a end rod coming off of this zombie head like that. So you have this here on the tail. Should look something just like that. And our wings will be connecting up to this portion right here, so we'll be obviously covering that here very shortly once we get the fuselage complete for the aircraft. Anyways, that's going to wrap up layer number 6, and with that we can go and move into our next layer, layer number 7. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our next layer. We have layer number 7. For layer 7 to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go ahead and go to the top here of the second light gray stained glass block in this row 3 here. We're going to place down an air brick slab on top of it, followed by one more back. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 dark oak wood slabs back, followed by a dark oak wood stair, and then another 3 dark oak wood slabs going back. From that point there, we're going to go and place down a row of green concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 green concrete blocks back, a dark oak wood upside down stair, dark oak wood top slab, and then a zombie head coming off that top slab. To both sides of this top slab, we're going to place down a wooden sign like this, and then a zombie head here to the side of the stairs, like so. With that done, going ahead and going to the sides here, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3. Mossy cobblestone walls on these these last 3 green concrete blocks, followed by 1 and 2 zombie heads like that going forward here for the tail. With that done, we're going to move back up to the cockpit here and start working our way out to the side. So on both sides of this nether brick slab, we're going to be placing down a wither skeleton skull here at a 30-degree angle. We're going to place down one more back like this, and then a zombie head, and a second zombie head again at about a 30-degree angle, like that, to go and kind of smooth this area out here up in the front. With that done, we're going to go and take our wooden trapdoors, and we're going to go ahead and start the third green concrete block back. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 wooden trapdoors back. We then want to go ahead and go to the second to last green concrete block here. We're going to place down a wither skeleton, a zombie head, a lever behind it, flick forward to almost connect up to the back of his head. So just like that on both sides there. With that done, going ahead and go into the third wooden trapdoor back. We're going to place down a wooden trapdoor to the side, followed by a second one back. We then want to place down a stone brick stair, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 cobblestone walls back, and another stone brick stair like this on the end here. And that's all done there. We're going to place down a stone button on top of this green concrete block here to the side, just like that. With that all complete there, that is going to wrap up layer number 7, and with that we're going to go ahead and move into our last final layers for the fuselage. Alright guys, so going ahead and move into our last final layers for the fuselage, where we have layers 8, 9, 10, and 11, and technically 12 to go ahead and work on. So for us to go ahead and get started here, we're going to go ahead and place down a iron bar on top of this dark oak wood stair right there. Going back from this point, we're going to go ahead and go to this green concrete block. We're going to go to the second one back from it, place down a dark oak wood slab up like this, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 green concrete blocks back like that. From this point here, we're going to go ahead and take our, or actually sorry, my bad, we're going to go ahead and go back to row 6. From this point here, we're going to then place down a row 3 of spruce wood planks back just like this, and we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some green carpet and place down a green carpet on top of this dark oak top slab. Now, on the green concrete block right before the spruce wood planks, we're going to place down a stone button on both sides, and then we want to grab ourselves signs, and on the 3 spruce wood planks here on the side, we're going to place down wooden signs across the side, just like that, and same thing over here as well, just like this on the side there. With that done, we're going to go and go back up to the front here. We're going to go to the second green concrete block back, place down there, dark oak wood slab going upward. We're going to place down a row of 2 of green concrete, followed by a red concrete block, and then another 2 green concrete blocks back, followed by a row of 2 of spruce wood planks like this, with wooden signs here on the sides of those spruce wood planks here to both sides, and also a stone button on both sides of this last green concrete block here before the spruce wood planks. Moving up again, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab on our second green concrete block here, followed by a row of 1, 2, and 3 green concrete blocks back, stone button again on both sides of the last one, and another row of 2 of spruce wood planks with, again, as you can probably guess, wooden signs here on the sides of them like this for the rudder. So just like that. Going to continue on again, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab on top of the second green concrete block here, followed by a row of 1 and 2 green concrete blocks back, and then a dark oak wood slab over here on the back side, like that. We then want to grab ourselves end rods coming off the dark oak wood slab. We're going to place down an end rod like this, and one also coming off this spruce wood plank right here. We then want to take zombie heads, place down 1 and 2 zombie heads here on the side, 1 and 2, so one on the dark oak wood slab and one on that green concrete block. And then lastly, to go ahead and wrap up the last few layers here, we're just going to place down a wooden trapdoor on top of this green concrete block up here on top. With that all finished, that'll complete your tail, and with that you'll have your fuselage of the MiG-23 complete. We're going to go ahead and now move into the different types of wings that you can have conformed on this aircraft, so the extended and swept back wings. So with that, let's go ahead and move into the wings. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our wings. The first set of wings we're going to be doing is the swept wings. So this is the wings here going back at an angle like this for the aircraft to obviously travel at faster speeds and all that fun stuff. For us to go ahead and get started with these wings, we're going to basically be building off of this section here of the aircraft. So we have this kind of joint here where the wings would be connected up to, so we're going to go ahead and basically build off of this. For us to go ahead and get started, we're going to go ahead and go to this row of green concrete right here. We're going to place down 2 spruce wood slabs going back like this. Our next row, we're going to go ahead and go to this green concrete block. We're going to place down a row of 2 of dark oak wood slabs back, and then 2 spruce wood planks. Our next row to the side, we're going to come off of this green concrete block to the side, place down a dark oak wood slab, followed by 1, 2, and 3 more, so you have a row of 4 there of dark oak wood slabs, and then we're going to place down another 2 spruce wood planks back like that. With that done, we're going to go ahead and go to the third dark oak wood slab back, place down a dark oak wood slab out to the side, and 1 and 2 more, so you have a row of 3 there, and then a row of, or sorry, my bad, this can be a row of 4 of dark oak wood slabs in total, and then spruce wood plank there on the end, and an additional 1 spruce wood plank that goes back like that, so you have a row of 2 there of spruce wood planks like that. Our next row to the side is going to be a little bit different, so we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood slab that comes off this one here, and then 1 toward the front. We then want to place down additional 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dark oak wood slabs back, and then 1 spruce wood slab back like so. With that done, we're going to go to the third dark oak wood slab here on the side, place down a dark oak wood slab like this, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 dark oak wood slabs back like this. On the 6th dark oak wood slab here, we're going to place down a end rod that kind of faces in toward the inside like so. And we also want to go ahead and go to the third from last dark oak wood slab right here and replace this with a brick slab like that. Going out to the sides here again, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood slab on the side here of this one on the end. Place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going forward like that. And then we want to go to the side here, go to the second last one, dark oak wood slab to the side, and then 1 more forward like so. So your wings should look something like this for the swept wings back, and that's what you guys want to have obviously on both sides. Also on the bottom here, you're going to go ahead and go to the bottom of all the dark oak wood top slabs that you can, and place down iron trapdoors on the bottom of them. You do not want to place down iron trapdoors on the bottom of the spruce wood, spruce wood slabs, or the bottom of the brick slab like this. So you should have a bottom of your wing that looks something like this, pretty white all the way through, and will be something just like that. Obviously, you're going to take the same design for the wing here, flip it over to the air side, and once you have that done, you'll have your swept wing version of the aircraft complete and good to go. With that, let's go ahead and move into the extended wing version. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into the extended wing version. For the extended wing, obviously pretty simple. We're just going to be basically building the wing straight out to both sides here, so pretty straightforward and simple. A lot of times this would be the format for trying to slow down, coming in for dropping bombs, coming in for landing or takeoff. This is typically the formation the wings would be set at, and also most likely when landed also they would have the wings extended like this as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and build it. So for us to go ahead and get started here, we're going to be placing down a spruce wood slab that's going to come off of this green concrete block here. Once that's done, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab, come off this green concrete block, and then 2 spruce wood slabs back like so. And from this point here, we're just going to place down a dark oak wood slab, come off this green concrete block, 1 more dark oak wood slab back, and then 2 spruce wood slabs. So you have something that looks like this so far. Now from this point here, we want to go ahead and place down an additional, what is going to be 4 dark oak wood slabs come off this first one here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in total you have a row of 5 there. And then for our next row here, going out to the side, we're going to be placing down a row of 9 of dark oak wood slabs. So we have a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 dark oak wood slabs out to the side. With that done, we want to go ahead and then place down another long row of dark oak wood slabs. This time it's going to be a row of 7. So we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, followed by a brick slab, and then 1 and 2 dark oak wood slabs like that to finish that off on the end there. We're then going to take spruce wood slabs. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 spruce wood slabs along the side there, followed by a dark oak wood slab on the end. And then we're going to take iron trapdoors, and we're going to be placing down iron trapdoors on the bottom here. And we also want to place down an end rod, going back from this dark oak wood slab here on the end. So your wings will look something just like that. Obviously, you're going to do the same thing to both sides there. And like we did before for the swept wings, we're going to go ahead and go to the bottom here to any dark oak wood slabs that we can place down iron trapdoors on the bottom of. We're going to go ahead and do that all the way across the base here of the wing, like this, just putting in our iron trapdoors like that to have a nice kind of white color here from the base. And yeah, once you have that all done and transferred to both sides, you'll have your wings in the extended format all set up and complete. And with that, you'll be pretty much good to go ahead and move on to our next section of our tutorial, which is going to be basically discussing how to put the camouflage on the aircraft, and then moving on to the landing gear. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about the camouflage. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into the camouflage. Now, I'm not going to do the whole aircraft's camouflage exactly as I did it, mainly because I highly recommend doing a different style, not really a different style, but like a different positioned camouflage scheme on every individual MiG-23 that you build, just because it's going to look a lot nicer and all that stuff, be a little bit more accurate to how it really is. However, I do want to kind of cover the basic concept of what I use to camouflage this, and the best thing I can recommend is trying to find pictures online. If you type in MiG-23, you'll see similar camouflages in brown, green, and tan, and just kind of trying to copy those camouflages to your best of your ability and stuff, and that's pretty much what I use. But yeah, all I did here was just use my already colors, so I already have a lot of dark oak wood on this aircraft, so I can go ahead and mix some dark oak wood in with the aircraft like so, and have little splotches of it here and there. And then I went ahead and threw some tan in, so I can go ahead and kind of start here at this point and just kind of throw some tan in. So you're just kind of mixing the blocks in, doing what you think looks good on the aircraft. You don't have to do anything super elaborate, just make sure that anything you break, you replace back. It's overall pretty simple and nothing too crazy, but you're just going to have your camouflage kind of wrap around here. You can choose to do splotches, you can kind of have it kind of spiral around the fuselage of the aircraft. It's really up to you guys on what you guys want to do for it. And have it kind of flow over here into the wing section. And one thing that's also pretty interesting here is that you'll have obviously try to transition the camouflage, kind of a little bit more of an advanced technique, but if you have this aircraft, you know, with the wings folded back, kind of imagine it how the wings would be if it was in the swept back. So these wings would kind of fold back like so a little bit, and the camouflage would be disrupted a little bit. So just something to kind of take into account there, which is just kind of cool, fun little thing to, you know, think about when you're building these. But yeah, you know, just pretty simple stuff, nothing really too complicated, and just throwing in some, you know, sandstone and stuff like that, and changing some of these green concrete blocks to just full dark oak wood planks. And that's pretty much really what the camouflage revolves around. I know it's not very thorough, but I just want to explain it rather than doing the whole aircraft camouflage. If you want to, you can pause this video at certain points here while I go ahead and just kind of fly around the aircraft, showing you guys what exactly I swapped out around it and what I did for color on it. But it's pretty straightforward, and I'd highly recommend trying to do a different camouflage pattern on each one. So maybe starting tan up here in the front instead on a different one and stuff like that, just to kind of give a little bit more variety and stuff, especially if you have a ton of these in one area. Anyways, that's pretty much the camouflage, and all I'm really going to talk about when it comes to that. Let's go ahead and move on to putting the landing gear on. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our landing gear, we're going to be going ahead and starting with the front landing gear up here in the front. So for us to go ahead and get started with this, we need to make sure that we obviously know where we're going to be placing this. So for our aircraft here, we're going to be going ahead and placing this in this section here. So we're going to go ahead and go to the third quartz top slab back. On the bottom here, we're going to break it, and then we're going to go ahead and break the next set of 1 and 2. So you're going to have a nice space of 3 broken out here on the bottom of the aircraft. We're also going to break these quartz full blocks directly above it. And in this place right here, we're going to place down a quartz upside down stair like this. And we then want to place down 2 quartz top slabs behind it like that to create the space here for the wheel. From this point here, we're going to go ahead and go down from this this quartz stair to place down a placeholder block, and then place down a stone brick upside down stair like this. On top of the stone brick upside down stair, we're going to place down an anvil, and we're going to follow this up by placing down a skeleton skull directly behind it. When that's done there, going back from this stone brick stair, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a stone brick slab, go down and back here at an angle like that. And we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a lever and place down a lever here that's going to come off the back of this stone brick stair and go down as well. With that done, we're going to place down a block of coal here to both sides of the stone brick top slab with a item frame on the side here and a green stained glass paint in the item frame like that to kind of represent the green colored rims for these front wheels. And then a stone button like this to finish it off, coming off the blocks of coal like that, and that'll be the front landing gear there. To go ahead and kind of show the doors open, we're going to go ahead and break these 3 iron trap doors on the sides here. Same thing over here. And we're going to place down a row of 3 of quartz upside down stairs along the side here. And same thing over here as well, just like that on the sides. With that all wrapped up, that'll do it there for the front landing gear. Let's go ahead and move on to the rear landing gear. Alrighty guys, so going ahead and moving into our rear landing gear. So since the landing gear is symmetrical on both sides, we're going to be going ahead and only covering the landing gear over here on the right side. And obviously you'll be able to swap that over to the other side as we complete it. So for us to go ahead and get started here, we'll be going ahead and going to the bottom section here. We're going to go to this first mossy cobblestone wall after this green concrete row of blocks, and we're going to go ahead and break it along with the green concrete block above it. We then want to break the next set here of 2 mossy cobblestone walls out like this, so we have a space like this cut open into the side of the aircraft. Now from this point here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves quartz, and we're going to be going ahead and swapping out these 4 green concrete blocks here of quartz like that to kind of close that space off and make it look you know, nice and all that stuff on the inside there of the aircraft. Now from this point here, we're going to place down a piston that's going to be on this green concrete block. It's going to go down like this, and we're going to place down a lever on this quartz block here and flip it downward like this. Now you will get this iron trapdoor that kind of opens up on the top here, and for this we can just go ahead and break the iron trapdoor as it's not really seeable from the outside of the aircraft. And you know, the piston is kind of a nice part of the landing gear to include. We then want to place down a wither skeleton skull that drops down like this, and then coming down from the wither skeleton skull, we're going to place down a end rod like that. We then want to go to the inside here, and on these 2 iron trap doors, we're going to go ahead and swap these out for some dark oak wood upside down stairs for the door that would open up like this on the bottom here. We then want to take our dark oak wood top slabs and place down a row of 2 on the bottom here, so you have something that looks like this so far. We're then going to go and place down a stone brick top slab, come off the bottom here of this piston, followed by a stone brick slab that goes down, so at an angle like this, and then we're going to place down another stone brick top slab that goes down and back, and we want to go and place down one more stone brick slab that comes down like this, so you have a little bit of a staircase type design along the side here. Now from this point here, we're going to place down a narrow brick stair like this, followed by an upside down stair on the bottom of it, and then 2 stairs behind these stairs like that to go and form the wheel here. We then just want to take some levers, place down a lever on top of this block facing forward, and on the bottom here, levers right here facing toward the back like this. And we can also place down a lever on the bottom of this stone brick top slab facing the stair like so. And that right there will do it for landing gear. You're going to take the same design and flip it over to the other side, and you'll have both rear landing gear wheels set up and complete and looking good. And once you have that all done, we have one final thing to add, which is something that I forgot to include, and this is a zombie head up here on the right side, so on top of this mossy cobblestone wall here. We're going to place down a zombie head and then an end rod coming off of it toward the front there. With that all done, that is going to complete my tutorial for the MiG-23 Flogger. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the build and are able to put it to good use. If you guys do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This being anything from the side of the build, tweak to my channel or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. As long as you guys give me credit for it, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and you know, all that fun stuff. Again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter DerekFrostWestbrook, and feel free to check out my Patreon page. The link is down in the description. And that, thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.